Well, new on AM Extra, graduation is right around the corner. Some have already walked across the stage, and navigating the job market can be tough, especially as a new grad.
Knowing the right career tips can help young professionals find success as they search for jobs. And joining us live with more is Managing Director with Specialized Recruiting Group, Caleb White. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Talk about when you graduate. How can new grads actually land that first job?
Yeah, that is always a question for new grads. I think the main thing is to, for one, really follow the craft that you have dedicated yourself to learning over the last 4 or 8 years, or however many years you were in college. I would say also kind of continue to build that network. Take advantage of the people that you know, and try to expand that to people that you can meet and that are in your same industry to help kind of grow your career that way as well.
I remember, getting out of college and applying for some of my first jobs and feeling like a lot of job applications asked for experience. And then you say, but I don't have any experience yet because I'm trying to get a job. So how do you stand out if you are, a younger worker with maybe a lighter resume?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the thing that a lot of companies are looking for is to really find someone that is dedicated to continue their growth and continue their learning. So getting an opportunity and reaching out to the managers that you're wanting to work for and being able to show that side of you, I think is a huge part of trying to make up for some of that maybe lack of skills that might not you might not necessarily have, just from getting out of school.
Yeah, and you talk about skills. Skill sets are changing. I mean, the employment landscape is changing now and might be different from when you started school as opposed to when you graduate. So how do you navigate that to know which jobs to actually go for and which jobs are available?
That's a great question as well. So I would say doing your own research. It's very important to follow the trends in employment, but also really leveraging different resources. So Specialized Recruiting Group is a sister company with Express and Express Healthcare, and there is recruiters out there that can are doing this research, can talk to you about the job market and what's changing and what companies are looking for. So I think just really leveraging relationships and working with as many people as you can to help you find that new job.
We have this whole world now of social media, of LinkedIn, of all these different job networking sites, but we've also been reporting in recent months about a lot of job postings that might not actually lead to a real job. How do you know which job posting sites are reliable, and how do you use all of the things that are available on the internet to help you in your search?
I would say one area that you can always feel comfortable is going to that employer's website or going to a company like Specialized Recruiting Group's website and seeing the jobs posted on an internal website. From there, I mean, LinkedIn is typically a very good place to look for positions. It is unfortunate that sometimes there is companies or positions that get posted that might not necessarily be a live role or something like that, but it doesn't mean that there's not an opportunity to still show your resume off, network yourself, and get to meet some people that can help you out in the long run.
Yes. Well, Caleb, great advice there. And you've also got advice on your website about what should be included in a resume, because that can change as well.
Gotta make yourself stand out.
That's right. So we appreciate you joining us on AM Extra.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Have a great day.
You too. And of course, if you want some more resources, if you've got a grad in your life who's looking for that first job, find everything we discussed on the AM Extra section of KOIN.com.